is KCAL News Mornings.
The water's been up above our heads where we're standing right here.
The storm is here. Torrential rain has been pounding the Southland as an atmospheric river hits our region. Plus,
I'm not as worried as I was then. They're all ready. Doherty City is just ready.
Southern California communities are bracing for what's expected to be a major rainmaker. And we also have a live look right now at our radar. We have a live picture outside as well where you can see the conditions out there. It is wet, and our Olga Espina has your detailed forecast coming up next. Good morning, I'm Kalyna Astrinos. Welcome so much to KCAL News. We are streaming on CBS News Los Angeles. We're so excited to welcome you to our new studio, to our new home. But we have so much to talk about today. We have this bomb cyclone that's upon us right now. Moderate to heavy rain is expected for the next 6 hours. That is starting right now, and I know overnight I just heard all of the rain coming down. It felt like it was nonstop.
Yeah, and you know, it has just been steady rain this morning, and just in time for the debut of KCAL News Mornings, we are tracking a powerful storm. There is a live look at our satellite radar. You can see all that heavy rain becoming very widespread. Really, all of us are going to be impacted by this today. We are talking not just some rain, but also some snow. We have some gusty winds as well as elevated surf along the coastline. So we are going to experience some very treacherous conditions. If you are driving, definitely give yourself a little bit of extra time, because take a look at that satellite radar. We are seeing some pockets of heavy rain, downpours, dangerous conditions, and some very gusty winds for a lot of us. A lot of watches and warnings in place. I'm going to have all those details for you, take you through your morning in just a few minutes. Kalyna.
Olga, thank you. 4:02 right now, and we do have team coverage this morning with our reporters spread out across Southern California. We're going to get back to Olga with her forecast coming up in just a second, but we do have breaking news to get to this morning. This is breaking news coming out of Burbank. We're learning that a large tree is down, blocking an Oak Street there and Beechwood Drive. This came down around 11 p.m. last night. Crews there are now working to remove that 40-foot tree, and Burbank police are now rerouting drivers in that area. We'll, of course, track that for you all morning. California, as you know, is under a state of emergency as this latest storm sweeps the state, and we're already seeing some flooding in the West Valley. So we have KCAL's Tina Patel joining us live right now in Van Nuys to show us what's happening where she is. Tina, good morning.
Good morning, Kalyna. We are on the northbound or westbound 101 at Van Nuys, right before the connection with the 405. And I'm going to switch to our road cam so you can see we are right behind a Caltrans truck that is actually pulled over and closed a lane here because of the flooding on the 101. Now, just in front of that truck, we can see a Caltrans worker. It looks like they might be trying to clear a storm drain or get something so the water can start flowing down the storm drain and actually off of the roadway. But right now they've got this lane, right, the far right lane, closed while they work. There's a lot of pooling water here. So if you're going to be coming through this part of the 101 just before the 405, just want to give yourself a little bit of extra time, move over into the more left lanes to give these crews room to work. We have been driving around this morning, both on the freeways and on the surface streets, and the water is starting to pool in many areas. So we say it all the time when we have this kind of weather. If you are having to commute, we want you to give yourself extra time. Keep an eye on the roadways around you because there is some water that's starting to pool up. We're going to continue to drive around and see what we can find, warn you of the trouble spots so you know what you do as you head out the door this morning. Right now, we'll send it back to you.
Tina, thank you. An intense watch underway right now in San Gabriel Valley this morning. Rescue crews there are gearing up, and some homeowners are now putting up sandbags or hitting the road. KCAL's Cara Finstra in Doherty with the latest there. Cara, good morning.
Good morning. Yellow alert this morning, actually until tomorrow morning. You can see some of the K-rails here that have been put into place. There are about 25 homes here along Mill Canyon. You can see some of them here that are under that yellow alert. Volunteers went door to door to these homes yesterday, warning them that the hillsides above, which were scarred by the fish fire, could give way during today's rains. Now, they are not expecting major mud flows, but Parked cars, trash cans not allowed on the street because they could become very dangerous if floodwaters move them. All right, take a look over in Azusa. Firefighters got their swift water rescue equipment ready to go. They do have extra crews patrolling all of the area burn scars throughout the San Gabriel Valley. Sandbags also have been put around vulnerable areas. Here in Duarte, neighbors remember the issues a major mud flow caused back in 2016 after a fire.
Not the very last storm, but the storm before this one, it poured. And I didn't think anything of it. I went into my backyard to pull some plants, and I fell in a sinkhole. All the way down to my knee here. So I'm not as worried as I was then. They're all ready. Duarte City is just ready.
And you can see some light rain coming down right now, some heavier rain. When I woke up, I live here in the San Gabriel Valley this morning, could really hear it coming down. It has let up during the early morning hours, but again, starting to fall at this point, and we are expecting much more today. So if you are going to be on the roads, be careful. Back to you.
Cara, thank you. And just like she mentioned, driving is going to be tough out there this morning. It already is. The roads are super slick with all of the rain there. So KCAL's Rick Montanez continues our live team coverage along the 15 in the Cajon Pass with a look at the conditions there. Rick, good morning.
Kalyna, good morning. Yeah, really wet, slick conditions out here, and we'll show you the road camera right now. This is on the 15. We are heading north, just north of the 215-15 interchange here. So you can see how slick things are and how difficult the visibility is. We also just went through a patch of fog, so you're dealing with a couple of things if your commute goes through here. And just a few moments ago over near Glen Helen Parkway, we saw a spin out, a single car crash. CHP was already responding to that. So there is difficult driving here. The freeway is wet, lots of puddles, so you want to take it easy if you're heading out. We also saw a sign on the those overhead signs on the 210 warning severe weather, avoid travel until Thursday night. So that is coming from Caltrans. At this point, conditions are slick. We're not seeing much in the way of any very crashes yet, but we have seen that one spin out, and certainly traffic is starting to build. So plan some extra time. Reporting live on the Cajon Pass, Rick Montanez, KCAL News.
Rick, thank you so much. And because of the dangerous conditions, Governor Gavin Newsom declared a state of emergency across the entire state. That will now free up resources and also allows Newsom to call on the National Guard and also funds for possible repairs. It also opens up the Emergency Operations Center where everything is monitored in absolute real time. And the last time a storm of this caliber hit California, 23 people died. This happened when a wall of mud, boulders, and debris ripped through Montecito. We have images and video on your screen here. This was in 2018. Now, last night, evacuation orders were issued for parts of Montecito, and yesterday, volunteers were there helping to fill sandbags.
We want to help our local community, and we know what happened a few years ago, and so we just want to be able to prepare our residents.
Evacuation orders are also in place across other burn areas in Santa Barbara County. And up north in the Bay Area, swift water team rescues have already been called out because of this system. You can see firefighters here pulling a homeless man. That's the center of your screen. This happened in Los Gatos Creek in San Jose. This is after he fell into that current last night. Now, according to the man's girlfriend, he was trying to grab some of their belongings when he then slipped and fell inside. Fire and rescue crews were able to throw him a rope and pull him out. And thankfully, we've learned that he appeared to be unharmed. Now, in the meantime, closer to home, both LA County Fire and LA Fire Departments have additional swift water rescue crews ready to go. They'll be watching the normal hotspots very, very closely, including the LA River, Sepulveda Basin, and Hanson Dam. And an extra helicopter is also now on standby to assist with possible efforts today. And back in the Bay Area last night, a family was trapped in their car after a large tree fell on top of it. Crews there had to cut the tree into smaller pieces with chainsaws just to rescue them. Thankfully, no one was injured in that incident. Now, in the meantime, in another part of the city, a tree actually did fall down onto a person. Firefighters were able to perform similar rescue efforts in this one, cutting up that tree and taking the person to a trauma center. And we have learned that that person is in critical condition. and 2 people have now died because of the storm. A baby was killed by a tree in Sonoma, and a 19-year-old lost control after hitting a patch of standing water. Jared Hill has more on the storm's impact.
We have to just evacuate. They just said that the county, just said that we have to leave.
People in this Ventura County RV park had to move quickly to higher ground after forecasters warned the storm could drop up to 10 inches of rain on the area.
We anticipate that this may be one of the most challenging and impactful series of storms to touch down in California in the last 5 years.
This satellite photo shows the monster storm's magnitude. Near Sacramento, roads are still flooded from a New Year's Eve storm that breached levees.
That water comes up real high again with those kind of flows, we're going to start having trouble.
The ground is already so saturated, trees that have endured 3 years of severe drought are toppling over. This one landed on a car in San Francisco. Firefighters rescued the people inside. Wind is also picking up. A gust brought down this gas station on it. There's also concern about widespread power outages.
You don't realize how much you miss when you don't have electricity.
In Montecito, Marco Farrell was ready to evacuate. A storm 5 years ago unleashed a torrent of waist-high mud and debris into his home. This time, he's taking no chances.
We're just going to get out of the way, let nature do its thing, and we'll be back tomorrow.
But through all the dark clouds, there is a silver, snowy lining. The snowpack in the Sierra Nevada mountains, vital to the state's water supply, is now 174% of the average for this date.
And our storm coverage continues this morning right here on KCAL. Time now 4:11. We also have this, another royal rift to report today. We'll have more on claims that Prince William hit Harry and why Harry believes his brother and blames his brother for his Nazi uniform fiasco. Also, former child stars make a big comeback at the first film awards of the season. We'll tell you who took the top prize. Welcome back. Prince Harry is blaming Prince William for one of the most embarrassing episodes in his royal career. Now, Harry says his brother William and sister-in-law Kate Middleton both encouraged him to wear a Nazi uniform to a costume party in 2005. In his new book, Harry says he called to ask if he should wear a pilot's uniform or a Nazi costume to the bash, and he says they both voted in favor of the controversial costume. Harry also claims William threw him to the floor after they got into a fight over Meghan Markle. Harry also says William called her rude and abrasive. And speaking of bad uniform decisions, the Texas A&M Aggies completely forgot theirs in their SEC opener against Florida. Aggies coach Buzz Williams says he left them at the hotel, didn't remember them until game time. He then had to go back to the hotel. It's okay though, the team went on to win anyway, 66-63. And the awards season is officially underway. This is at the New York Film Critics Awards. The movie Tar, which is about a famous female composer and conductor, won Best Picture. Nickelodeon star Keke Palmer won for Best Supporting Actress, and Ke Huy Quan, who starred in Goonies and Indiana Jones Temple of Doom, took home the prize for Best Supporting Actor.
It feels incredible. I mean, honestly, I didn't think I would have a day like this. When I decided to get back into acting, I mean, like I said before, all I wanted was just a steady job.
So exciting. This is Kwan's first film role since the late 1990s. The Film Critics Award can give pictures a critical push toward an Academy Award nomination. All right, we are continuing our storm coverage this morning. We have heavy rain already in the forecast. You can see our radar down at the bottom of the screen. Want to go over to Olga Espino with a look at the forecast. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Kalyna. And yes, it is a wet day across Southern California. We are seeing some pockets of some very heavy rain, so some slick roads and some flooding. I know I encountered that on my way into work this morning, so definitely be careful out there. We're going to see still several more hours of this heavy rain. Some of the other impacts being felt are, of course, the snow, but that's going to be higher elevations. The good good news with this storm is that it is high elevation snow, so those major passes will not be impacted. Along the coast, elevated surf. We have high surf advisories in place. We also have some very strong gusty winds. If you do travel through the Grapevine, be aware we are expecting gusts nearing 60, 70, even 80 miles per hour. So some dangerous winds expected. And this is still going to continue throughout much of the day today. As we head into later tonight and into Friday, things start to clear out. But I'm going to keep you posted on how to plan your day throughout this morning and into the afternoon throughout the morning here on KCAL Mornings. Back to you.
Olga, thank you so much. Time now 4:17. The suspect is in custody, but still many questions surrounding the killing of 4 Idaho students. What we expect to find out later on today, the critical information about the killer's motive and method. And the ringleader of the Varsity Blues bribery scandal is sentenced. Find out how long he'll have to stay behind bars. Welcome back. This morning, the search is on for the man who was caught on camera abusing a dog in Riverside County. Animal Services released a video we're about to show you, and we do want to warn you, it is difficult to watch. But we do want you to know that the dog is okay. Now, the video here shows the man picking up a dog and throwing it over a razor wire fence. The man then walks away, abandoning the animal. This happened on December 15th at an abandoned cell tower in the Winchester area. Thankfully, the dog did not suffer serious injuries and is now at the shelter in Harupa Valley. Now, if you think you know the man in that video there, you're urged to contact Riverside County Sheriff or Riverside County Department of Animal Services. The suspect accused in the murders of 4 University of Idaho students is back in Moscow as of last night. Brian Koberger was extradited from Pennsylvania and handed over to local authorities. He's facing first-degree murder and burglary charges for the deaths of those 4 students. And we've learned he was a former criminal justice student at Washington State University that's nearby. He was arrested last Friday. Investigators say they're still searching for a motive and also the weapon used in the attack. The Newport Beach man behind the college admissions scandal was sentenced yesterday to 3.5 years in prison. Rick Singer orchestrated a nationwide scheme that involved bribing university coaches and officials, creating fake athletic credentials, and also helping students cheat on tests.
But I had absolutely no idea how corrupt and infected the admissions process was until this case exposed everything.
There were more than 50 arrests and convictions, including celebrities Felicity Huffman and also Lori Loughlin. And we have a live look right now at Vatican City. Mourners there descending on the location to say their final goodbyes to Pope Benedict. A historic funeral today for the Pope, and people from around the world traveled to St. Peter's Square to honor the former Pope. Tina Cross has the emotional farewell from Rome.
In a packed St. Peter's Square, the body of Pope Benedict was carried before crowds in a traditional cypress wood coffin. It's a solemn occasion as well as a historic one, with Pope Francis presiding over his predecessor's funeral.
Pax vobis.
Among the tens of thousands gathered in the shadow of St. Peter's Basilica, more than 100 cardinals, 400 bishops, and nearly 4,000 priests from all over the world.
He was a great pope. He was a marvelous pope.
The former pontiff requested a simple funeral before he died last week at the age of 95. Benedict lived in a monastery here at the Vatican after his surprise resignation nearly 10 years ago. He still wore white and spent most of his time reading and writing theology. Only Italy and Benedict's native Germany sent official delegations for the Mass, though royalty from Belgium and Spain, more than a dozen heads of state, and ambassadors to the Holy See from many nations also came to honor the former pope. After the funeral, Benedict's cypress coffin will be placed into a zinc coffin, and then both of those into a larger wooden coffin for a private burial in the grottos below St. Peter's Basilica. Tina Kraus, KCAL News.
Time now, 4:24, 7 hours of your new KCAL News mornings are just getting started. So we want to head over to Marcy Gonzalez for what's coming up next in our next half hour. Marcy, good morning.
We are just getting started here with our live team Stormwatch coverage. This is a live shot of the wet roads in Tarzana as this storm starts hitting us. And will he or won't he? We may find out today if Kevin McCarthy's push to become Speaker of the House is successful or not. We'll be right back.